All right, good morning, good afternoon, good evening, whatever time you're watching this recording. My name is Divine Dollars, and I'm going to be taking my topic on the basic confirmation checklist, your basic charting, of course, which is related, and how to use the harmonic scanner. Okay. All right, so those are the topics I'm going to be covering for this section of the academy. All right, so let's just go ahead now. The basic confirmation checklist, there are basic things you need to check to be able to, before you can take a trade. Now, you don't just come to a chart, and see price. For example, this is a USD card, see price coming down, and then you decide to jump into a sell. No, Forex doesn't work that way. There are some things you need to check to confirm if this trade can be taken or not, okay? So I'm going to go into that now, the basic confirmation checklist. Let's go right into that. All right, so first of all, let me take this off. First of all, we want to mark our charts. I'm just going to, I know that's already been covered, but I'm just going to show you guys the basic way of marking your charts. Now, forget this stuff you're seeing, this line you're seeing. Maybe I should even take it off for now. Okay, let me take that off. Okay, now this is our plain chart, our naked chart. Excuse me. Now, on your trading view, the first thing I want to do, the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to go to the monthly time frame. I'll go to the monthly time frame and I'll just adjust this. Now I want to mark my support and resistance zone. Okay, and then trend line. Now let me just list out the things you need to look out for your basic confirmation for taking a trade. Basic confirmation checklist. You have the support and resistance. You have the trend lines. You have the pullbacks. You have the major reversal zone, also known as price reversal zone, PRC. Okay, then you can also look at the price action, because after seeing all this, you need to find out what is price currently, what's the price action based on that. So let's look at these 5. So we have the support and resistance, trend lines, pullback, major reversal zones, okay? And then the price action. All right, so we're going to take them one after the other. Okay, so now I want to mark out my support. Of course, support is the floor, resistance is the ceiling, and so we want to look at key areas where price bounced off from, where you have a lot of reaction. So I'm going to change this. I'm going to, okay, let's work with the candlestick. So my horizontal line, I'm going to, if I can look closely, I can see on this part, okay, I think I have one here. At the top here, I have one. So I'm going to click on this. Now I can see 3, 1, 2, 3, 4. Then there's another one here. So we have some kind of reaction on this particular zone. So I'm going to take that as my resistance for now, because of the price is currently below. Then I'm going to mark up another one here. Okay, this is another one. You can see this candle 1, 2, 3. So now one thing you need to know is support and resistance is not an exact number, it's a zone. So it's not just one particular number. So we're just marking up the zones. And there's some now I need to show you at you guys as well. Now this is also valid. Let's assume we have this this line. This is a support line. Let me make it different, a different color. Now let's assume this is a support line. Now when you have price coming like this, you have price coming like this, you have price like this, it didn't touch it, right? You have price come like this, touches it, and then let's see, touches it and then bounces off. Then you have price come like this. Now, all three of these are valid. You know, they are valid support or resistance as the case may be. Now, the reason is because price is not support or resistance is not an exact number, it's a zone. So I wanted to clarify that. Okay, so because somebody might say, but it's not touching the exact line. Why are you still calling that valid? No, yeah, it's valid. That's how the market works. Okay, so sorry, let me try and get this off. Okay, so now what I'm going to do, I'm just going to mark up maybe one more. Let's see. Okay, I'm going to mark up one more. All right, I can see something here. Something here. So I can mark this up as well. Okay, so just nothing complicated, just something easy. Look at what the chart, where the candlesticks are, and then mark up. All right, so now I'll pull up my rectangle stuff. Now remember we said this is zone, so I'll pull this up, and then I can expand it into the past and the future. Okay, so I'll do the same thing for the others, just clone and drag it across to mark up that zone. Now, as much as possible, you want to keep your chart clean, you want to keep it simple, nothing complicated at all. Okay, so now I have my monthly, I marked up my monthly. The next thing I'm going to do is I want to go to my weekly time frame to mark up the key areas there as well. So I'm going to look out on my weekly. Do I have some key areas that have not been captured? Okay, I can see it seems the monthly covered most of it. Now I'm just concerned about this part because this is where price currently is, this zone, and then the immediate next zone below and above. That's below and above. Okay, so now I can see, okay, on my weekly I'm in touch. So now I marked up my support and resistance. I usually trade from the daily, so depending on the time frame you trade from excuse me, you have to go to the time frame, that particular time frame, and also mark up. So I'm going to go to my daily and check. Okay, am I missing anything? Okay, I think we're good to go. From what I can see here, we're good to go. So let me check the pip range I have between these zones. Okay, that's perfect. Just about 700 pip range. This is about 600 and something. This is about, so I guess that's fine. On the 4 hour, I could also mark up, go down to the 4 hour and find out some key areas on that time frame. So now I'll just take, for this, I'm going to use the blue. This is a key area as well. You can see this. Let me blow it up so you guys can see properly. All right, you can see price has some reaction here, bam, 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 a lot of interaction there. So I'm just going to take note of that. That's also the key zone around this 4 hour time frame. So whenever price comes there, I know, okay, something can happen here. Okay, this is one as well. This is one here. Perfect. Okay, so I marked up my 4 hour from my monthly down to daily and then the 4 hour. But this class is not really for support and resistance. I think that's covered in another class. But I just wanted to show you guys what to look out for before you confirm a trade, before you take a trade. So let's go to the weekly. Now, the next thing we're going to talk about, we've already seen how to draw the support and resistance. The next thing we're going to talk about is the trend lines. Now, you go to your toolbar here and you select your trend, what is it? You select the trend line. Okay, now the rule for the trend line is simple. For trend lines, you just need 2 touches, at least 2 touches. Now, the more the touches, the better, but you need to connect at least 2 touches. You need to connect at least 2 touches. So I'm going to put my trend line here at the bottom here, I mark from the week. I'm going to put it here and then I'm going to drag it across. I have 2 touches. Okay. Now I can also have, you can have inner trend line. So this is also valid. I can have a trend line from here and I have 2 touches, right? I have 3 here, right here. So I'm going to mark up my trend line like that. So this is now it's beginning to get clearer, right? Now you can also mark up your trend line from the top. So this is also a trend line. Now the trend line acts as a diagonal support and resistance. So it helps you know whenever price is coming to the trend line, there's going to be a certain reaction. So you can know you're either waiting for a break and a close above the trend line. So you know, okay, it's still going to continue up. But from what we can see, USD CAD on the weekly time frame is on an uptrend. Why is it an uptrend? It's forming higher low, higher high, higher low, higher high. Okay, higher low, higher highs. Let me mark that up. This is a higher low, higher high. Come on. Okay. Higher low, higher high, higher low, higher high. So now, from the other class, you should have learned that the trend, for a trend to be upward, to be an upward trend, it is characterized by the particular pair forming higher lows and higher highs. So this is what we have for this particular pair, is an uptrend forming higher lows and higher highs. Okay, so now we are looking at the trend has not been broken, it hasn't formed a lower low. When it forms a lower low, then we can know, okay, that trend has ended. But for now, this particular pair is still on an uptrend. Looking at the weekly chart, USD CAD. So you don't want to be selling at this point till you get confirmation is broken the previous low. All right. So now we have our trend line. So we have our support and resistance already. We have our trend line drawn. Okay. Now I can still draw another trend line. This is a trend line as well. I'm going to form something like a channel. I can draw from here. Can draw from here. 2 touches, right? So here, I love trend lines. I love to draw trend lines. It just helps me see. I know sometimes the chart can look like, oh, too many trend lines, but I love to have them marked up like that sometimes. Okay, so now you can see what price is doing, how price is respecting this trend line. 1 touch here, 2 touch, 3 touch. Okay, so now we have 2 confirmations. This is we've drawn our support, we've drawn our support and resistance, we've drawn our trend line. Now the next one I'm going to be looking for is the pullback. So you need to go to a lower time frame because you're not going to trade off the weekly except you're a swing trader. So you need to go off the go to the lower time frame to see what price is actually doing. So I'm going to go to the lower time frame, which is the daily, and then I can see, okay, now from what I can see, whenever price comes here, whenever price gets to this trend line, it bounces up. First one, two, three. Okay, so now price is coming towards this direction again. So for me to take a trade, for me to confirm if to sell or to buy, I'm going to wait. I want to see, is price going to respect this trend line or is it going to break through? So if it breaks through, I'm still going to wait. Is it going to close below the trend line? If it closes below the trend line on the 4-hour or on the daily time frame, then I know, okay, this seems like this is going to go down. So my next target is going to be the next support zone, which is this. I'm going to be looking at price, maybe taking my profit here. And then my next target after that is going to be, this particular trend line. Because why? Price, whenever price started from here and went up. So these are going to be my two targets. So when I'm watching my chart, these are the things I'm looking out for to confirm my trade. Okay. So now, if price respects this trend line, and I see that's a fifth one I'm going to talk about, which is price action. And price action tells me, okay, is a bullish candle forming, especially bullish engulfing. Then I'm going to be looking at buying this particular pair, and my first target is going to be somewhere here. My first target is going to be this trend line that is coming across, because I expect a reaction here as well. So I'm going to look at buying. Once this I find out that this trend line has been respected, I'm going to look at buying, and then I can take my profit here, or look at taking my profit here, or adjusting and training as it goes. Okay, so that's we talked about 3 confirmations already. The price action, you need to check the price action. Now you have to read the candlestick Bible in the group. Is one of our resource materials. You have to read it to know about price action. So you know what the candlesticks always tell a story. So you know what to do. Okay, so we'll talk about support and resistance. We talked about the trend line. Now the last one we're going to talk about, okay, the pullback. Sorry, the second to the last one we're going to talk about is the pullback. So for that, I want to go to a lower time frame. Now to explain the pullback, price doesn't, price, when you want to trade, price doesn't go like this. For example, you want to sell this pair, price is just going to go like this straight down. No, there's something called a pullback, and I'm going to show you that right now. There's a That's why some people, sometimes they get into a trade and they're wondering, why is it red? Why is it red? Of course, the price is not going to go straight. There's going to be pullback. There's going to be some reactions, to pull back, and then before it goes in the right direction again. So for this particular one, let me make it bold. You can see price dropped here, right? And then this blue candle, it went back up like this. So that's a pullback. Then it dropped back again. Let me remove that so you can see clearly. So that's what's called a pullback. So price, look at it again and make it bigger. Price dropped, pulled back, and then continued. So before you take a trade, you have to wait. You don't just see an impulsive move and say, oh, let me jump in. No, you're going to have some drawdown. So you just wait, you check as it pulled back. Now, after pulling back, there's still a bearish movement, then you can get a good entry and enter the trade and sell. Okay? The same thing for when you want to buy, you check as a pullback occurred already. That's occurred, then fine, you can take the trade. But you always have to wait for a pullback. There's going to be a pullback. Always there will be a pullback. Price is not just going to move up. Now look at this. Let me give another example. This is price going up. There was a slight pullback here. Price went up. There was another pullback. Then went up, pullback. Then went up again. There was a pullback, went up, and then it pulled back, went up. So it's very important. So price will pull back, or there will be a retracement. Now, retracement is actually deeper than the pullback. The pullback is just a slight change, but the retracement is usually bigger. So price moves like that with pullbacks and retracement. So don't expect the market to just go. Once you enter, everything must be in blue. No, sometimes there's going to be a pullback. And if there's a change in trend, maybe, for example, like we said, this is an uptrend that's been forming higher highs and higher lows. Now, if there's a change in trend, if the trend has ended, the uptrend is going to end, you're going to see a lower low. So the next low or retracement is going to be lower than the previous one. So we know that trend has come to an end. Okay. So now the last one we're going to talk about is the major reversal zone, or the price reversal zone. Now, these zones are places, whenever price gets to that particular place, price makes a huge or a remarkable turnaround. So let me squeeze out this chart so we can look at some of those areas. Now, I'll call this for this particular pair, I'll call this a major reversal zone. Let me use another color. I'll call this a major reversal zone for this particular pair. You know why? Because whenever price comes here, whenever price, apart from price broke it once, whenever price gets here, it turns. It gets here, it turns. So once it gets here again, it got here again, and then it turned. If you should get here again, what am I looking for? That's why you have to confirm your trade. I'm going to see, oh, I can look, you have to look back, look left and see what has price been doing in this particular area. Now I'm looking left. I know that whenever price gets here, price always turns back. So I'm going to be waiting to see price action. So all this confirmation, they work hand in hand. I'm going to be waiting to see price confirmation for this and then to know what to do to sell. If I see proper price confirmation, I see a rejection of this zone, I'm going to be planning to sell again, okay? So, but if I see that price is coming above, I'll say, whoa, wow, price has broken this major reversal zone. It has broken this major reversal zone. Then the next target where I can see is here. So I'm going to be looking at, okay, price could possibly get to this, region. So this is going to be my next target, okay? So now these basic confirmations are important. They help you analyze your trade. They help you know when to buy or where to sell or when to get out of a trade. Should there be a change in trend? So these are key things you watch out for, you know, before you take a trade, before you take a buy or a sell. Even when a signal is sent to you, because you're learning, or most of you are going to be learning as well the skill set, you can check your chart. You can check your chart and see ask yourself these confirmations. These are confirmations you need to take before you take a trade. Now, I'm supposed to cover these topics and also how to use the harmonic scanner, but I'm going to do a different video for the harmonic scanner, okay? How to use the harmonic scanner. So that will be a separate video entirely, but we're going to see these key confirmations in play as well for the trades. We're going to be confirming that the harmonic scanner sends out. So the harmonic scanner sends some setup, but we still need to confirm to be able to take some of these trades so that we can take high probability trades. Okay. All right. Someone said you just came late. There is a recording, so the recording will be made available. Okay. All right. So that's what we have for a trade confirmation and all that. So once again, you have to go to the monthly time frame. Yeah, it will be. Let's play this shows video. We'll go to a monthly time frame and mark out support and resistance zone. So I'm going to type them again. The basic confirmation to take a trade. Support and resistance. You have to draw your trend lines. You need to check for pullbacks, the major reversal zones, and price action. When all these are confirmed by you, you're okay with them, then you can go ahead and take the trade. Okay. All right. So that should bring me to the end of the class. We'll make the recording available so you can always go through it. Thank you very much. In my next video, I'm going to talk about the harmonic scanner. So I'm going to end this and start the class for the harmonic scanner. Thank you very much.